If you want to create the perfect Kawaii Onigiri sticker for your journal, but Procreate keeps fighting you, this is for you. Most beginners struggle with white halos and messy shading. Today, I'm showing you 2 tricks to fix that forever. We're mastering color fill threshold and clipping masks. Kawaii art is geometry. Our onigiri starts with a rounded triangle. Now, if you picked up the Onigiri Starter Kit, you will get this sketch that I'm showing right now. You will also get the silhouette shape. You will get the brush that I used to draw this. You get the Procreate file, which is this right here. And it comes with all of the layers intact. You also get the color palette that I used. Onigiri color palette right there. So if you're interested in that, the link will be in the description below. So we're going to start here with our sketch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the opacity of my sketch down maybe about 14, 12, 13, 14, somewhere around there is fine. All right, and I'm going to start a new layer. And our outline is going to be pure black right there. All right, and the brush that I'm providing for you guys is the Chamel Mono Streamliner brush. So that's what we'll be using to create this onigiri. Okay, so for a rounded triangle, let's start off with it. So something about like that I think is good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill it in. Now, as you can see, this is a big problem that a lot of people have with Procreate, is they fill it in and they've got this line here. Why does that happen? And I'm going to talk about that later on in the video, so stick around for that. So now if you want to, you can kind of alter your shape a bit. If you got some little places that you don't like, you can kind of straighten those out. Right, I'm looking at all of my edges here to make sure. I think that was the only one. This maybe looks a little strange here. I think that's good. All right, so that is going to be our silhouette of our onigiri. Think of it like a cookie cutter. The silhouette has to be strong. Precision starts with your surface. I use a paper-like screen protector for that paper feel. Some people just like the glass as it is on the iPad. I like the little texture that it provides for me. So the one thing I like about it is it stops the stylus from slipping when you're hitting tight corners. Okay, now I want to address a problem that I see happen to a lot of new Procreate users, and that is when you color fill. So if you drag and drop your color into your shape, a lot of people complain, why am I getting this white line all around the edges here? And I'm going to show you exactly why that happens and how you can fix it in 2 seconds. So I'm going to undo that fill. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my color and drop it in, but I'm not going to pick my pen up yet. Now, if you look at the top of the screen here, it says threshold. That is our color drop threshold. You can control that by sliding your pen to the left and to the right. To the right is more, and to the left is less. All right, and if you've got it really low, it's going to keep that white line there. And if you turn it up, that white line is magically going to disappear. For a industry standard, if you want to really make it nice, drag and drop it, and then go up to the right until it fills all the way, like that, and then drag it back just a little bit. And that right there is going to keep it on that setting every time you fill it from now on, and you're not going to have to worry about that white line. So this is the difference between an amateur sketch and a professional sticker. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw our rice. So change your color to white, so the one right there on top. So I've got the black and the white right there together. Over here is going to be, it looks white, but it's not. Well, I'll talk about that later. So what we're going to do is draw the rice now. What we want to do is we want to keep this border, and what the final result's going to look like is this right here. All right, so we want to draw that in. Now you can do this 2 ways. So anyway, just create a new layer on top of your black silhouette. And then you can either draw it, like this all the way around, and then fill it in. Or you can do what I did, and the reason I did this is because it makes it look 10 times better, although it takes a lot longer. So what I did is I drew each circle separately, and I held my pen down until that curve was nice and pretty, and then do another one, and then just keep doing that. Alright, and then fill it in. There you go, and it looks, I think it looks a lot better like that. Alright, if you wanted to, you can adjust this size if you didn't like it. If it's near to the edge on some sides and not to the other, you can just kind of fix that however you like it, but I think that's good. Okay, this is what you should have right now. So next what we're going to do is we're going to put in the little piece of nori right there, which is a little piece of seaweed. It's usually wrapped around the front and the back and gives you a kind of a handhold so the rice doesn't stick to your fingers. So we're going to go back to our black color right here. So it's just going to be a kind of a square shape right here. So let's see, we're going to go up. I'm going to hold my pen down to make that a straight line. I'm going to come over. Again, hold it down and then down. Make sure it's straight, and now I want to connect these two bottom lines, so I'm going to kind of hide it right there in that black part. Make sure they touch. So then when we go ahead and fill that in, we have no open edges, so that it all fills in perfectly like that. Alright, and that's what we want for the piece of seaweed. So now you're going to go to your palette here, and that other white color just the farthest to the right, choose that one. Okay, this is going to be our little rice kernels, like little details. And we want that separate, so just create a new layer. And then when you draw on the white right there, it should be a little bit of gray color. Alright, and I want my brush to be a little bit bigger than that, so I'm going to come over here and take the size up to about 72. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, and we're going to start making little rice kernels around, kind of around the edges to give it a little bit of detail. So remember, don't make them too long. That was the one I just did, and then my original one was right there, so you can see I even look like I got my brush a little bit fatter on that one too. But anyway, something like that, about maybe 15 or 20 around the edges. That's good enough. What shall we do? Shall we do our shadows first? Let's do that. Let's do our shadows next. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a new layer. Just make sure that it's on top of the rice. So anywhere in here is fine. So I'm going to put it above my little rice grains that we just put in right there. And I'm going to be imagining that my light is coming in from the top left corner, and that's what I normally do unless I have something that needs it to come in. I usually default to the top left, so it's going to be coming in this way right here. So our shadows are going to be on the bottom right of the rice, and they're going to come up to about right here, maybe somewhere around here, because that light might be coming in over the top of it and might highlighting a little bit up here. So just about hiding from the light will be about right here. So I'm gonna keep that jagged shape right there, and I'm just gonna bring it down into where the nori is at, about probably right there. That's about where I want it. Alright, and I need to change my color to black, so pure black. Alright, and we're going to start about right here. Alright, and now I want to close that shape off, so I'm going to bring it here. I'm going to come up the edge here and connect it right there. Make sure that's a closed shape, and you can check it by looking at your layer right there. It looks like it's a closed shape. And now we're going to drag and drop that black into there. So just like that, and I'm going to fix that little jaggy right there. Alright, so that is one part of our shadows, and I think we're going to do a little bit here on the bottom too. But remember, the light's going to be coming in and hitting that edge right there, but under here it's not. So that's where we're going to start our shadow at. I'm going to bring it about right there, and then we're going to connect that. And we're going to drag and drop that in. There we go. Our shadow is done. Now what I want you to do is go to that layer, go to the opacity of it, and take it way down. So we're going to do about 9%, I think. And now you can take a look at it. It has turned to kind of a grayish color. And that is the shadow of our onigiri. And you can see the last one that I did, or the original one I did with the original, it looks almost the same. So let me turn that one on. Not much different at all. Okay, so our shadow is done. Our nori is done. Let's do our eyes and our mouth now. So again, clicking on that black color, I think we should still be on it. We're going to make 2 circles for eyes. And I'm going to turn on my sketch again. And we probably need to move it above the rice layer so we can kind of see where the eyes were at. Alright, and of course we're going to do the eyes on a separate layer. We just start a new layer. And then we're going to do 2 circles. Hold the pen down, touch it with your other finger, it makes a perfect circle, and then let go. I'm just going to slide that layer to the left and hit duplicate, and now we have 2 of them. Then we can slide it over to where that other eye is at. And then I'm going to take those 2 layers and pinch them together, and now we have the eyes on the same layer. Alright, now let's do the mouth now. We're going to do it on a separate layer also, so click on new layer, and we're going to do like a little upside down M. Do one, hold your pen down till it's a perfect curve, and do the other one till it's a perfect curve. There you go. Alright, let's do the white again, and we're going to make the little shiny parts in the eyes. So we need to make sure we're on that layer where the eyes are on, and I'm just going to do it on this layer. If you're worried about messing it up, you could start a new layer on top of the eyes. And then we're just going to do 2 little circles, one bigger one, and then a smaller one under that. And now let's do his little cheeks right there. So go to your color palette here, and at the bottom, the only one that's pink, that is our cheeks. We're going to put those on a separate layer too. And we're just going to make little bitty ovals. Hold your pen down, fill them in, do one over here. Try to make it about the same size. If you want, you can duplicate it and do what we did with the eyes so they'd be perfectly the same size, but I think that's close enough. So the only thing we have left to do is the shading on our piece of nori right here, which is the darker one right there. That's going to be the bottom one, alright? And we're going to do a shadow that starts in the corner up here in the top right corner. It's going to come down and go along the bottom of that square right there. If you want, you can turn off our line art. Oh, it's our silhouette. Alright, we're going to turn that off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that first black color right there. I'm going to start up here in the corner. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Here's a good time to talk about clipping mask, and that's going to be trick 2 of the video that I was talking about. The first one was the color fill threshold, and the clipping mask will be next. So what I want to talk about is they're very useful to use because they're non-destructive. If you use alpha lock, it basically does the same thing, but it ruins the layer that you're putting it on, and there's no changing back. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to put a new layer on top of my seaweed right there, and I'm going to click on it and change it to clipping mask. So what that's going to do is when we color here on this layer right there, it's only going to go on top of that black square right there. If we go outside that back square, you will not see any color. So that's basically what it does. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to start up in the top right corner here. I'm going to bring it down right there to the bottom. And then we're able to finish that up because we don't have to worry about, we even make our brush bigger. See me coming out of it? It's not drawing on anything because we're clipped to that square shape right there. So it shows it here on the layer, but on the screen it will not show it. And if we was to turn that clipping mask off, looky there, isn't that ugly? We're gonna turn that clipping mask back on. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna choose that next color under that first one we just did. That's our next shadow color, and we want that shadow under the one we just are actually under or over. Let me see. Under. Make a new layer. It automatically is going to clip to that black square again. Okay, and then this one is going to fill all of the rest except for a little top part here, about that much. All right, and then we can fill in the rest of this. All right, and then start a new layer under that one, and then we're going to choose this last lighter color. Okay, that's the shadow of our seaweed right there. Now the last little detail, I'm going to go on top of all my shadows. We're going to change it back to white, and we're going to put a little highlight right on top of that nori, because that light's coming in there. It's going to hit that top corner right there. Now you can see what I was talking about, how that it came over our line work there. And if you want to fix that, all you need to do is go to that bottom layer right there of the shadows, which was this one right here. We can go into eraser tool. There we go. That looks much better. Okay guys, and that will complete our Onigiri sticker. If you want to skip the setup, I've made a full Onigiri download kit. So if you want to stop fighting the tools and just start creating, the link will be in the description below. And with that, I will see you guys next week for another video. Take care and have a great week.